Postal 4, no regrets. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Postal 4, no regrets is a satirical and outrageous comedic open-world first-person shooter and the long-awaited true sequel to what's been fondly dubbed as the worst game ever, Postal 2. Now guys, this is a very, very early access game. It's alpha, actually. I'm not even going to show you the settings because there pretty much aren't any, to be honest with you. It's a bug-ridden, runs badly game that looks terrible, to be honest, graphically. And me personally, I think the game should be banned. I am disgusted, to be honest, that this game is being released. I thought they would have learnt the lesson with Postal 2. I was a staunch campaigner to get that game banned. I have a thread, which you can see here, that had 750, almost 750 replies to it. The developers eventually simply closed the thread. There was a video attached to that thread, which I've had to delete because of people it was terrible. It was a terrible, terrible game, Postal 2. And they've now just haven't learned the lesson, and they've now made Postal 4. And, you know, the thing with this game is this. It's an open world game, and, you know, it starts off all nice. You have to get a job, which is fine because you don't have a house. You are homeless, just you there in your dressing gown, and you've had your caravan stolen. That's the problem, by someone that's just not a nice person, and so you're looking for help. You're looking for help, and so you make a little sign, a little placard asking people to employ you. I mean, it's not the best sign, but hey, you're homeless. You're under duress because you've had your caravan stolen. Anyway, the nice people do direct you to the job centre. And so you go to the job centre, and there's 3 jobs, all decent jobs. There's a sewage worker's job, someone has to do it. There's a prison warder's job, and there's an animal welfare capture job where you have to capture stray cats and dogs, and I would assume take them to a dog shelter or a cat shelter where they can be given better homes. I was straight in for that. I'm an animal lover. I went straight for that job, thinking it would be great, and so I was handed catnip and dog biscuits to befriend them, you know. I thought, yeah, great. I accidentally ate the catnip, which sent me into a drug frenzy, which was a big shame. But I was able to befriend some dogs. But guys, there was no nice fluffy dog shelter for rehousing these. It was a transit van in a garage, and as I was handing the dogs in, the guy was eating them. Eating the poor little dogs. And because I'd smoked or eaten the catnip, I had to resort to other means to catch the cats. Poor little cats, guys. And so I quickly just abandoned that job and just thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So I went and I punished myself by digging shit in the sewage to free up the sewage, and I did that, and I changed light bulbs, got rid of the vermin rats that was down there, and everything was going great, as a game should. It was enjoyable. I was enjoying shoveling the shit and killing the rats. And I sorted out the jail. I went into the jail where the people who have made mistakes in their lives are being rehabilitated, and I had to fix a computer problem in there, and it was going so well until I started shooting all the prisoners. But again, the game, I had no choice, guys. I just had no choice, and so that job didn't go down too well. So anyway, I decided to head home. And it was a beautiful sunny day. I stole I was on a mobility scooter, and I was just happily riding home when I decided that I would like to have a cheeseburger, guys. And I saw this beautiful little cheeseburger restaurant. I peeped through the window and saw a few people in. I thought, yes, I'm going to go in here and have a burger. But no, I didn't go in there and have a burger, did I? No, I pulled out a fucking petrol bomb, launched it at every fucker and burnt them to death. Guys, I am not proud of what I did in this game. I'm not. It's not funny. It's not funny, guys. It's not funny to get a petrol can out and douse someone in petrol and then throw a match. That is not funny. It's not funny to blow up a petrol station when there's innocent people nearby. Guys, these things aren't funny. And if you find them funny, you're sick. You're a sick person. You're a sick person and you should not... Hey, look. It's a fucking video game. It's not real. Nobody is going to go out and do this shit for real. These people who say that video games are causing people to be absolute psychos is bullshit. I played the hell out of Postal 2, absolutely loved it. Yes, I trolled 750 people on the forum. Do you know what, that post that I did, the developers even stickied it. They had to lock it eventually because it was out of hand, but they stickied that post. It was so fucking hilarious that people got, offended. Anyway, let's get on with what you actually get in this very early access to Postal 4. It's very buggy. It doesn't run very well. The frames stutter all over the place. And it doesn't look that great. You only get one day of the week to do, Monday, and there's only 3 jobs to do on that. You can go to the prison, like I said earlier, and be a prison officer. You can catch cats and dogs, or you can go down the sewer. Once you've done that, your day is pretty much over. But they've never been the great thing about Postal games, the errands. What made Postal so great, Postal 2 anyway, was the freedom that you had to explore the world. And this is a whole new town that you've got to explore. And it has various different quarters on there. You've got a housing quarter, like a build-up area. You have the different shops. There's an amusement arcade. There's the prison police station. An inn called Anus Inn. There's quite a lot of different things. It's pretty sparsely populated at the minute, which is a big shame. There's no police in either, so you can do what the hell you want. And there's no marching band to Petrol Bomb like there was in Postal 2. Now, I'm hoping all these things get added, and I'm hoping to see a hell of a lot more people in here. There's no shop assistants in half the shops as well. So it's kind of bare bones at the minute. You do get a shit ton of weapons, from melee weapons, throwing weapons, shooting weapons, petrol weapons, bomb weapons, and things like that. You can see various incarnations of them in the footage that you're watching. And generally just commit absolute carnage.
I'm calling the cops! It's all going down right now, man.
It always has been in Postal. It's just about absolute mayhem. You can be a nice guy or you can be a complete maniac. That's always been the Postal way. And Postal 4 looks very much to me like it is following in the footsteps of Postal 2, which can only be a good thing. Now, if you dive in and buy the game now, you're not going to get much for your money. I think it's about £13 or £14. You don't get a great deal. You can complete the whole game in about an hour and a half. And then you've just got, like I say, a bit of exploration to do and then mass killings. It needs a hell of a lot more, but it's going to get a lot more. This is just Monday. There's the rest of the days of the week to come yet, so I can't wait for that. It's probably going to take a while. It needs a lot of love, this game. It needs a lot of bugs fixing. There's a long way to go, so I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm kind of going to forget about it now and just wait until it's actually finished when I'll give it a full-on review. This is more of a preview than a review. So I'm not going to thumb it up, I'm not going to thumb it down, because at the end of the day there's not enough of a game here to even bother doing that with. So this is kind of like a preview of what's to come. It's just a tiny part of the game, but so far it looks absolutely hilarious, and I personally can't wait to play the finished version whenever that is. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. From what I've seen in this, it does need a lot of work, but the main thing that I'm worried about is it's 2019. People get offended over anything. If you look at them in a funny way, they phone the police these days. It's just a joke what's gone on. Comedy has been killed, and this game is comedy. It's tongue-in-cheek. It's just fun, and let's just hope that the developers make Postal 4 like they did Postal 2. If they do that, it'll be fantastic.
Let's go. She don't stop.